We should warn you not to attempt the magician's next dangerous trick, which involves this very imposing-looking sword. To prove that it's real, he plunges the sword into an apple, impaling it. He slices the apple in two and offers half to his assistant. She doesn't seem amused. He tosses his half away, then hers. You can bet someone else cleans up the secret warehouse. A little more conjuring to get his girl in the mood. And he thrusts the sword into her stomach, then straight through her body. No wonder he didn't let her eat the apple first. You can see the sword is completely through her torso. The magician removes it, gives the girl another magical wave, and all is forgiven. This guy has all the right moves. So how does the magician plunge the sword through the girl's body without killing her in cold blood? The first secret is in the sword. Actually, there are two of them. This one couldn't kill a fly. It's incredibly flexible. That's because it's made from two pieces of an ordinary tape measure that have been attached face to face. See? It bends at the slightest touch. So if it's that flexible, how did he impale the apple? That's where the second sword comes in. This one is solid. It's sharp and stiff. Very stiff, as his assistant is eager to prove. While our attention was focused on the sliced apple, his assistant was secretly pulling a switch. Here we can see her trading the real sword for the fake, flexible one. But how does the tape measure sword pass through the body of the girl? You guessed it, it doesn't. The secret is concealed by her costume. This trendy corset and sash combo isn't just making a bold fashion statement. It's hiding a flat metal tube that conforms to the girl's waist. From behind, you can see the back of the tube. To impale the girl, the magician inserts the end of the fake sword into the mouth of the tube. He pushes it into the tube, and it appears to pass through the girl. In reality, it's traveling through the tube, around her waist, and out the backside. Close examination reveals that the sword looks much shorter now than it did before entering the tube. Here's what the metal tube looks like without the corset. See? It's been formed around the girl's waist to provide a channel for the sword. The sword goes in one side, bends through the channel, and eventually comes out the other side. You can see that the girl is never in any real danger. And that's how the magician impales the same girl over and over, without running out of assistance or running from the law. Next, the magician has an illusion for us involving this empty pedestal. As we can see, there's nothing behind, above, or below. For some reason, these tricks are always more interesting when the female assistants are around. Well, we'll have to make do with what we have here, unless the magician can help out with a little magic. He invites his male assistants to raise a large sheet on top of the pedestal. Let's see what happens. A few of those famous magical gestures, and he commands the sheet to be lowered. Presto! That's what we were waiting for. A beautiful girl from head to toe. That's one sure way to brighten up a warehouse. The sheet goes back up. Maybe he's trying for number 2. We're about to find out if he has the magic touch. He does. This trick is a real crowd pleaser. And here's a lingering shot of the girl, just to prove she's real. If she weren't, could he do this? He's good, but he's not that good. The sheet goes back up. Now let's see if the third time is the charm. Some more magical gestures are in order. And there she is. The third time is the charm, and the charming. This is what happens when you put women on a pedestal. The results are amazing. So how did the magician conjure 3 beautiful women from thin air and put them on a pedestal? The secret is that he gets by with a lot of help from his friends. Beneath the stage, a small army of men are operating some complex equipment to pull off this elaborate trick. The second the sheet is raised, the backstage team goes into action. This man-powered elevator sends the woman up through a shaft to the top of the pedestal. But the pedestal appears to be very narrow. It contains yet another secret. A concealed stagehand releases a mechanism which expands the pedestal and allows the girls to squeeze through. Check out that profile. From the front, the pedestal appears circular, but from the side, you can see how it expands to 3 times its width. Once the pedestal is expanded, the girls are propelled through the shaft and the pedestal. They ride up, sideways to the sheet and audience. Once on top, they each turn to face the audience and flip down the secret panel with their feet, just seconds before the sheet is lowered. As the first girl is being lifted off of the pedestal, beneath the stage, the second girl is stepping into the cramped elevator. When the sheet is once again raised, the assistant stands up and gets ready for her quick ride. 2 burly stagehands grab hold of a steel cable and lie backward onto the floor. The cable runs through a pulley system, which lifts the elevator and sends the girl up through the shaft. Using her hands, she flips open a secret panel on top of the pedestal and climbs out. She quickly stands and gets ready for her appearance, just in time. The same process is repeated for the final assistant. What some guys won't go through just to get the girls.